This video ends when one NCAA program wins 5 national championships. There's 32 all-time college teams that will be competing with one another. We've got a 31-game schedule with the top 16 seeds qualifying for the tourney, and from there it's single elimination. These rosters are flat out sick, with all-time dudes Kareem at UCLA, Wilt at Kansas, MJ at UNC, as well other legends who aren't in 2K. Len Bias, RIP at Maryland, Reggie Miller at UCLA, etc. Now each player on the roster is college age, so in theory they'll stick around forever. But there's no salary cap in this league. It's the wild NCAA West. Each program will have to convince their dudes to stick around while others are trying to recruit. Additionally, I've got a pool of 40 other NBA stars, a mixture of international players, guys who never went to college, and players on schools who aren't among the 32 competing. 4 of those players per year will be dropped into the draft for the first 10 seasons, allowing the weaker on-paper schools a shot to compete. And year 1, I think the UNC Tar Heels pretty good favorite here. MJ and 93, Vince and 89. They got depth, they got star power, they got everything, man. Kentucky should be amazing. AD is rated 94 in this roster, but they they don't have the other stars quite yet. I'm sure players will develop. Brother, the UCLA Bruins, yeah, they're for real. Lou Alcindor, yeah, that's right. Reggie Miller, that is a clean custom face. Holy moly. I mean, LSU is a duo of Pete Maravich, Shaquille O'Neal. It doesn't even matter who else is on there. Oh, Ben Simmons. Yeah, never mind. They're fried.
What the fuck?
All in all, there's so many teams that are going to be competitive, and once we get to the tourney, aka the playoffs, it's single elimination. Anything can happen. Just like when I get in the kitchen, unfortunately. Competent chef, I am not. Thankfully for me and probably many of you, HelloFresh is here to bail us all out. Though I don't confess to know much about cooking, I will admit to feeling a great sense of satisfaction when I do indeed prepare a meal rather than opting for fast food. But coming up with meal ideas is so difficult. That's true, but with HelloFresh, that's no excuse. They make it easy to eat what you love, allowing you to customize select meals by swapping proteins or sides. You can even add protein to a veggie dish. I mean, you always got to get them gains. You do indeed, and with 40 weekly recipes to choose from, you can cater to your lifestyle, preferences, and meal occasions. But I haven't even mentioned the best part yet. I don't believe you. HelloFresh knows we're all busy, so they take care of all meal planning and prep for you. Pre-portioned ingredients for meals like the creamy pesto cheese rigatoni I've been making as we speak, they showed up right at my doorstep alongside a foolproof recipe. Well, mostly foolproof. I personally can't recommend HelloFresh enough to any of you who struggle with meal planning and prep, or to those of you who don't like thinking about what to eat and or leaving the house to buy groceries. I hate thinking and leaving the house. I know you do, big guy. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code JCanada60 for 60% off plus free shipping. Wait, what? That's actually a really amazing deal. It sure is. HelloFresh.com. Use code JCanada60 for 60% off plus free shipping. Go do it. And the Collegiate Player of the Year in year 1 is Dwayne Wade of Marquette, 23, a game, 7 assists. Nice. D Wade, Magic, Kevin Durant, Paul Arizin of Villanova, and Paul really sticks out there, but that's a pretty good group. Our 2 1 seeds for the tourney, the UNLV Runnin' Rebels and Memphis. Okay, D Rose and Larry Johnson leading UNLV. Young Kevin Durant at Texas leading the nation in scoring. AI's right there. D Wade, Donovan Mitchell, Louisville. Brandon Roy shouts to the Huskies. Let's go, baby. And out the gates, we've got a massive upset. Memphis loses to Oklahoma, who does have a great team on paper. Blake Griffin, Trae Young, and they advance once more against Kentucky. Okay, Oklahoma, an 8 seed. Unpredictable, baby. Dude, I am low-key shocked. Oklahoma finally got stopped by UCLA. That's not surprising at all. But UNLV, the 1 seed, they cleaned up on their way to the tourney final game. What a team. Sean Marion, the Matrix. Oh my word. Yo, Russ is averaging under 10 a game. He don't get shots here. Our year 1 NCAA championship comes down to the heavyweight Lou Alcindor led UCLA Bruins on one side, and the surprising 1 seed UNLV Runnin' Rebels on the other, led by Larry Johnson and co. And unfortunately, UNLV's, well, I mean, it wasn't a surprising run. They were a 1 seed, but whatever it was, it comes to an end. UCLA year 1, they are our first champions of the video. Congrats to UCLA, bro. They played well. But where it's nice, UCLA gets the first championship. The Syracuse Orange get our first legend through the draft. They take Bill Russell, 93 overall. Texas added someone alongside KD, recruiting Dame Lillard. The Oklahoma was good. How'd they have the 3rd pick? They took Marc Gasol. Yeah, KD's up to a 95 in year 2. Dame Lillard looking nice. LaMarcus, they're gonna make a run here. Syracuse, though, they've got prime college Carmelo Anthony, and now they add Bill Russell. They got some work to do still, but at least they got 2 studs. Our first offseason meant our first slew of recruitment scandals. Something like Kiki Vandeweghe signed with Louisville. Okay, but USC picked up an 84 overall Nate Robb. He left Washington. 90 overall Adam Morrison pieced out from Gonzaga and joined D Rose and Penny Hardaway in Memphis. That's tough. But the biggest news is Brandon Roy, 93 overall, joining Wilt in Kansas. Bro, what happened to Washington? Year 2 Dwayne Wade player of the year again. Basically the exact same stat line, bro. UCLA back as the 1 seed. They're looking to go back-to-back. This challenge might be over quickly. Dwayne actually led his Marquette team to a 1st seed. Oh, but down go the Bruins. We're not getting a 2-time champion out the gates. Uh-oh, Kansas with Brandon Roy and Wilt. I knew that was going to be overpowered. Oh, but not as overpowered as Memphis. That's right. They added Adam Morrison. A couple future 1st overall picks. Derrick Rose versus Greg Oden in the national championship game of year 2. And this time we got a battle. Memphis is up 5, but there's plenty of time left. Oh, they're going to Evan Turner in the clutch. Yeah, former number 2 overall pick. He missed, but he's got it, right? He got blocked. The defense from Memphis. Was Evan Turner drafted 2nd over? You know what? It actually doesn't matter. Adam Morrison inside. That's why they brought him in. I made the mistake of assuming this game was wrapped up, but Ohio State had something to say. Oh my word, Michael Redd hit that? I did not. I definitely thought he was missing that. This is a game. Ohio State needs another quick bucket. That's a bad take though. Oh, Mike Conley. That would just go to Greg Oden or Michael Redd. Ohio State tried to make it interesting, man, but at the end of the day, this Memphis team, I mean, they're going to be good for a while, I think. Okay, Texas is giving Kevin Durant all the help he can get. David Thompson, 92 overall. They had the 1st overall pick. Wait, Syracuse is also right back at the top of the lottery. They get 86 overall. Kawhi. Brother, what is going on? I'm just noticing Oklahoma is back in the lottery. Now they take James Harden and LSU gets Moses. Seriously though, Kevin Durant, Texas, try not to choke challenge. I was joking before, but it's getting serious. We've got Michigan State, the number 1 seed, and UNC, the 2 seed on the right side of the bracket. I'm waiting for them to make some noise, and neither will because Syracuse won against Michigan State, and Jordan and the Tar Heels lost to Villanova. Well, at least Katie and the Longhorns won a single round. That's something. UCLA remains our lone hope for a 2nd championship winner, and they've got a shot. They're off to the finals. Oregon had a nice little march, but fell short. By the way, at this point, UCLA has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 90 overall players. Yikes. That even overshadows the historic Duke program with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 90 overall players, but it should be a good battle. Okay, when I said it should be a good battle, let me rephrase that. I hoped it would be a good battle. And as you can see, it is very much not a 21-point win for UCLA in the national championship. Yeah, I think I predicted at the beginning of this video that they'd be pretty good, and well, lo and behold, they are. Congrats to our leaders in the clubhouse, and they should probably continue being dominant. Our year 3 draft, we finally have 4 new programs getting in the action. Wake Forest grabs Charles Barkley, Washington gets Ja Morant, Georgia Tech Tom Gugliotta, and Michigan gets Amari Stoudemire. I'm actually surprised we haven't heard from Wake Forest yet with Chris Paul, Tim Duncan, Len Chappelle, and now Charles Barkley. Will this be their year? Also, are we finally going to hear from UNC with 99 MJ, 97 Vince? Like, come on, like, we got to hear something from you. UCLA remains a powerhouse. Fair enough, man. They're great. The Tar Heels are indeed a 3 seed. I put pressure on them. I knew I had to see something from them. And maybe next year for MJ and MSC. Oh my word. Okay. Wait, and Texas law. Okay, come on. MJ and KD keep joking. All I know is that LeBron would never. I'm just saying. Oh, down goes UCLA. Duke looking to avenge their championship loss, and they will get a chance into the finals. But D Rose, Penny, Adam Morrison taken down by USC. What? But in my opinion, the pressure was all on Zion Williamson and Duke to avenge their loss from last year. They can't lose 2 in a row. And yeah, they wouldn't. Resoundingly. That's a whole lot of points. Oh yeah. Oh, Duke wins a champ. I know so many people are happy to see Duke celebrating. Look at the joy on their faces. RJ Barrett, Shane Battier, just some legends, man. You see, it's funny because the one thing I know about college basketball is that everybody hates Duke. Oh my gosh, bro, I forgot. Yeah, LeBron James is entering our college universe now, and he goes to Oklahoma. How do they keep getting away with what? David Robinson to Texas was in the tournament. I have no idea how this is working right now. This is bad. And Steph, he goes to Illinois. Fair enough. I genuinely don't know how they keep getting away with it, but Oklahoma was back in the draft lottery. They picked LeBron, who's like their 9th best player now. That is nuts. I know I don't have to say anything else about Texas. I mean, to their already stacked team, they add David Robinson. I've said enough, Kevin Durant. What are we even doing here, Michael Jordan? I mean, bro, you are 99 overall. And is this finally going to be Kevin Durant in Texas's year? Oh, they're into the Final Four. And Dwayne Wade keeps winning Player of the Year, keeps making deep runs. Can he finally get to the championship game? Oh, he does. On paper, 2 pretty similar teams, if I'm being honest. I mean, Texas looks a little better, but Dwayne Wade is just built different in this universe. Which of these 2 individual standout stars can lead their team to greatness? And do we get a good battle? Yes, we do. Thank you, basketball gods. Texas up 1, under 2 minutes left. Dame Lillard in the clutch. Yo, where is Kevin Durant? Okay, Kevin Durant's on the floor. He's just not touching the ball. Damian Lillard. That's clutch. Who needs KD? What a shot. Marquette's force-feeding Dwayne Wade, which makes sense, and that's a good look. He smoked it, though. And there we go, man. I didn't see KD touch the ball in the clutch, but respect, okay? I held his feet to the fire, and his Texas Longhorns win themselves a national championship. Wait a minute, PJ Tucker went to Texas? Look at him on the end of the bench there. You know, you just love to see it for him. And with that, we're 5 seasons deep. Only UCLA has multiple championships. Memphis, Duke, Texas are other 3 winners. This is getting good. After year 5, the rich would seem to get richer as Wake Forest added another stud in Hakeem Olajuwon. But that didn't matter as Wake Forest lost out in the qualifying round to the defending champion Texas Longhorns. The Longhorns were unable to defend their title in year 6, losing in the first round to UCLA. And our eventual national championship matchup would include 2 new schools, including Oklahoma finally, wherein LeBron James made his championship debut on a loaded Oklahoma Sooners team, and well, they were the champs. Yeah, sorry to report, LeBron did not show. While in year 7, Kansas, led by Wilt and Brandon Roy, finally knocked UCLA off their first seed perch, but they'd fall to Louisville in the Elite 8, and UCLA had a chance to book a trip to win their 3rd championship, but to grab their 3rd chip, they'd have to go through the most dominant individual during this simulation, Dwayne Wade and Marquette, looking to avenge their loss from 2 seasons ago. And with under 40 seconds left, they've got a shot to do so. Up 1. Can D-Wade get a bucket to get his team the championship? This would be the dagger. Good defense, though. Oh, Steve Novak, he's a shooter. Steve in the clutch. A golden opportunity squandered by UCLA. Washington was a very surprising 1 seed in season 8. And at long last, were we about to see MJ enter this challenge? And MJ was first rounded. What in the world? And that gave us a surprise participant in the national championship game, the University of Washington Huskies, led by Ja Morant, who they drafted a few years back. But would UW have the guns to keep up with the reigning king, Dwayne Wade, or would it be another slam dunk for Marquette? Well, it was certainly no slam dunk, but a missed Markelle Fultz heave at the buzzer meant Marquette did go back-to-back. Dwayne Wade kind of running the show at this point. A late entry to our universe, but potentially one that could shift everything. Kobe drafted by Ohio State. Kobe couldn't quite do enough in year 1, though, as his 2nd-seeded Ohio State Buckeyes fell in the 2nd round. And we ended up with Marquette and UCLA in the national championship, both gunning for their 3rd chip. Who takes it? And our heavyweight battle, well, didn't live up to expectations. Marquette dominated throughout. I mean, it's an 11-point win, nothing crazy, but I thought this would be a buzzer beater. Freaking Dwayne Wade is carrying this video. This is amazing. D-Wade had 31 and 11 in the national championship game, Marquette's 3rd chip to lead the way. Dwayne Wade had Marquette back to the Final Four. LeBron's Oklahoma Sooners were the 1 seed and did win their first round matchup, but lo and behold, UCLA, they are indeed inevitable. UNLV made the finals for the first time since season 1. Dwayne Wade was narrowly close to 4 in a row, but not meant to be. Our rematch 10 years in the making ended the same way it did a decade ago, with UCLA coming out on top. We are 10 years in. Marquette has 3 championships. UCLA has 3 championships, and a few other teams have 1 apiece. For those keeping track at home, Dwayne Wade has won NCAA Player of the Year 7 times in 10 seasons. Our final draft of new talent into this universe saw Dirk Nowitzki go to Cal, Kevin Garnett join Kansas, Jeff Ruland UW, and Josh Smith UConn. Also at this point, I should mention, most of these players have reached their potential or close to it, so we've got a lot of 98, 99 overalls. Every single team is stacked. Obviously, some teams more than others, but basically what it means is the margin for error is 0, man. Anything can happen. We've got 2 3-time champions, and we've still got a few teams I just cannot believe have not made a run. So buckle in and let's go. Will it finally be UNLV or maybe Kansas losing their championship virginity? Bro, UNLV is never, ever, ever, ever gonna win a chip. It's basically that simple. Congrats, Kansas. Interesting stuff in year 12 as Michigan State back as the 1 seed. I've never seen them make a run, but they could do it this year. And on the left side of the bracket, Louisville. That's kind of a new school. Oh, and both Louisville and Michigan State, they both lost. And Memphis, remember when they won it way back when? Well, you better remember, because they're on the verge of winning another one, competing in this challenge. Oh yeah, but they don't. Jalen Suggs was really that guy, pal. 27 and 10 in the playoffs, leading Gonzaga all the way to a chip. Year 13, there we go. Michigan State does make a run, and they're up against Texas, searching for their 2nd. And this was a wild Final Four because both UCLA and Marquette lost. They could have been going for chip number 4. I thought we were finally going to have another multi-championship winning program, but Texas just got destroyed. Shout out to Magic, shout out to Michigan State, shout out to Draymond. Shut up! Year 14, Dwayne Wade's about to receive his Diamond Player of the Year pack because he's won 10 of those things. And he's got a chance to follow that up with championship number 4 against Arizona, a newcomer. In search of their 4th championship, a veteran Marquette team got off to a great start thanks to Dwayne Wade. Wade. Arizona had some talent, as we know, with Richard Jefferson, Gilbert Arenas making plays, but man, this game was over quickly. Dwayne Wade had 43 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals. Oh my word. And that puts Marquette of all schools at 4 championships. They need just one more. The plot thickens as UCLA is back in the finals looking for their 4th championship against Ohio State. Oh yeah, guys, look, it's Kobe on Ohio State. Well, my word, what does Kobe have against UCLA, brother? 30-point win? What? Kobe 23, 5 and 7. The Buckeyes are on the board. After Michael Jordan's Tar Heels finally woke up and did something, beating Dwayne Wade in round 1, well, they choke in round 2. Well, that's not surprising. But Kobe's Buckeyes have a shot at back-to-back. Oh, more than a shot at. They just did. Oh, okay, Ohio State. And just like that, Ohio State becomes our 3rd team with multiple championships right behind UCLA, and they're looking at Marquette. The other element to keep in mind, we're now 16 seasons deep, and Kobe didn't join this whole shebang until midway through, so he's still only 27 years old. Meanwhile, Dwayne Wade is 35 years old and starting to fade. This is like young Captain America battling himself in the future or the past, whatever happened in that movie.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know.
I also don't know which one is Dwayne and which one is Kobe, but that's neither here nor there. Kobe's Buckeyes didn't even make the tournament? Are you serious? Wait, and neither did UCLA? What? With Dwayne Wade, Jimmy Butler, and others getting old, this literally might be the final shot for Marquette to close this thing out. Jimmy Butler actually carried for Marquette, scoring 32 points as they advanced out of round 1. In a matchup against now 98 overall Steph Curry and the Illinois Fighting Illini, Jimmy Butler would once again lead the way near triple-double. Marquette advances. On to the Final Four against another 99 overall. Len Bias making a reappearance in this video. Oh my god, they did it again. This is insane. Dwayne Wade this time, 26, 5 and 4. And the reason I'm genuinely shocked this is happening, look at Marquette's roster. D Wade in 98, Jimmy in 97. They've got Jim Jones, Wes Matthews. This is not a good team at all. And the final team to potentially stand in the way of Marquette winning this entire video was a loaded Kansas Jayhawks squad. 4 players, 98 overall or better. I mean, what? Literally, the only advantage Marquette could cling to was championship DNA. They've been here, they've done that, and they were hanging around early on. In fact, Marquette hung around. They were pesky. They were battling. They took a 3rd quarter lead. Oh, good take, Jimmy. Good take. That's tough-nosed championship basketball right there. And this could be it, Marquette. How are they up to? I don't understand. Going for their 5th championship. Let's go. I'm low-key rooting for, not even low-key, I'm high-key rooting for Marquette because this makes no sense to me. Oh, that's wide open. How do you leave? What? KG just choked. KG just choked. That perfect look. What are you doing? Now you got to get a stop, Marquette. Now you got to get a stop. No way. Oh, and that's one of the Morris twins. He went to Kansas, right? I don't know why he's on Marquette now. Must have signed there. Bro, I simply cannot believe it. Like, I'm seeing it, and I still don't believe it. This freaking Marquette team wins their 5th championship of this simulate. That's unbelievable. Yeah, it was all those two. Dwayne Wade, Jimmy Butler literally carried. Jimmy Butler had 34, 9, and 14 in the final. Old man Dwayne Wade, 18, 5, and 11 of his own. D Wade won 11 NCAA Player of the Year awards. And despite having a truly lackluster supporting cast, Dwayne Wade and Jimmy Butler did the unthinkable as the Marquette Golden Eagles win 5 championships, making them the ultimate champion of this video. I know it goes without saying, but I truly did not see that coming. Amazing.